what we're going here. So on the left side of your screen, this is the tracker. Because everything in the game is all mixed up, you have to keep track of where you found stuff. So on the left side, we've got at the top, we've got all of the different locations you can find stuff. At the bottom, you've got all the different stuff you can find there. In the middle, you've got all the stats. This category is all blue numbers. The goal of the game is to turn all these numbers up here blue. One's already blue, that means there's nothing in that world. The way you turn numbers blue is finding everything in that world. I think that's everything other than for my couch to introduce themselves, my couch individual.
Yeah, I'm Cognition. I'm going to pretend that I know this game. I know very little about the game, so it should be fun.
One day I will convince you to race me in this, it'll be great. Right, I think that is everything, so let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. So we start off with a useless choice. It used to be that this affected which stat leveling system you got, but now since it's all randomized, they just got replaced with the same one every time, since there's no reason to pick one over any others. And then it takes you straight to the room of the game that has the most doors. The reason we come here is because this is set up to all the doors take you to a different world, which is very helpful. It means you can quick run anywhere you want.
It's quite convenient that there's 13 useful worlds and 13 doors.
Yep. So the way that Kingdom Hearts 2 RNG works is that right at the start of every run, it's always exactly the same, which means you get to choose one fight in every run that is always exactly the same. And so we choose this one. So we go to one of the very late game worlds first in order to get good RNG on this fight. That means we can guarantee to get this move straight out of the gate. We can ride it onto here. Now my two party members can deal with that one over there while I kill this one. As you can see, this is very late game. They do a lot of damage. So they would one-shot me if I let them. But they also give me huge amounts of experience, so that's why it's extremely great to come here very early on. I've got too much defense. So there's some worlds later on where you want to deliberately die, and 4 defense is a little bit tricky, so I will try to go to those worlds pretty early. As you can see, basically everything in the game is randomized. All the magic can appear in chests, you can find HP in chests, you can find any abilities in chests. Ooh, that's a nice ability. It allows you to do an extra finishing move at the end of every single combo. And since finishing moves are always the most powerful ones, having additional one is really great. As you can see, a number on the track on the left-hand side is already turned blue. The little picture of Sora's hair, that's because I found a blizzard on levels, so level ups have also been randomized.
And another thing that's really good about coming to Pride Lands first is once you do that first fight, you get tons of checks in a row without having to do any more fights.
Yep. And you also get this really fast form of movement speed while you're here. So movement speed can also be found in chests. So you want to go to the place that has fixed movement speed first to find all the movement speed, and then go to all the places where movement speed actually matters. So there's tons and tons of reasons you want to come here first. One of the problems is if you die in that first fight, then you no longer have the RNG set, so you have to do it legit. So usually if you die in that first fight, then you have to come back here later. Just abandon the fight. Now, a minute ago I picked up a money pouch. In the story of the game, that money pouch contains 5,000 money, which is the currency of the game. It's called money spelled wrong. But in the storyline of the game, you lose it soon after getting it, so you never get to spend that money. But of course, in the randomizer, it can be anywhere, so you never end up losing it. And so, we get 5,000 money, which I will probably be spending all on ethers. And this world has also turned blue, so we know there's no more important items here, but well, there are. There's something that's helpful at least. So since I'm so close to the end of this giant collection of chests, I'll at least go and pick up the rest of those. I'm doing pretty well for items. I've already got 2 magics, 2 useful magics. Cure is not very useful, since ideally we'll not be getting hit very much in this run, so we'll not be needing to cure. Simba. Most party members come with useful items. I'm going to steal all Simba's items, and steal one of Donald's too. And then I'm going to put them all on Sora, since I know how to use them better than all my party members do. I'm still not going to do a lot of menuing there, since I could equip a whole bunch of abilities, but since a lot of the early game is just about running around opening chests, it's better to open all the chests that are early on and then go and pick up. Oh, I've got so much movement speed, that's really nice. So I've got the most important two here, aerial dodge, which is a little double jump thing, and glide. Both of those leveling up greatly increases the speed of them, so having level 2 of them is really helpful. You automatically start the game with level 1 of them in the randomizer. That's just because if you happened not to find any of them early on, then you'd be walking around for ages, and that's just so slow, and it makes for a marathon you really don't want there to be that much variation in just the basic move speed. So I went with the settings that allow you to start with one of each move speed, because the randomizer is extremely customizable. I changed quite a lot of settings this morning, and I realised we were a little bit behind, so we should be coming on significantly underestimate because of that. Now, all those enemies, even though I've got 4 defense, can still one-shot me, since this is critical mode, enemies are dealing double damage to me. So you just need to make sure you don't spawn them too early, and if you do, you get out of there sharpish. Right, speaking of this next fight, oh, what a great ability to find. Explosion is a big magic AoE attack. Extremely powerful. One of the best things to find. Right, this is one of the fights I mentioned where you want to die, because dying allows you to progress the story anyway. And the reason I left Hades Escape, I left Olympus Coliseum there, is because there's a really nasty fight immediately after it.
Yeah, I think something that you're going to see is Zoggoth dipping into pretty much every world until we get to a difficult part, and then leaving and just getting like all of the early checks first.
Yep. Since usually you're picking up early checks are just a lot faster to pick up, since every world has, you know, a decent amount of chests in. And most worlds you have access to most of the world at the start, and can therefore just do this giant grand tour. So in a more traditional randomizer run, you run on in-game time, which means the time spent leaving in between the time spent in between worlds doesn't count, which means you do even more dipping in and out. So you go into one world, you pick up 3 chests, and then you immediately leave, since it's just so much faster than going deep into that world. Right, I don't have fire, I don't have any forms, so these market stalls here need to be destroyed with fire. So this enemy is a fire enemy, I'll get them to... Oh, okay. I was hoping they'd use a different attack. I will sit here waiting for them to use it. There they go. Oh, that's so annoying. So they did end up using the fire attack, but while I was waiting for them to use it, I died, so I have to go back to the start of the room. What I should have been doing is keeping a very close eye on what's in these chests, because if I'd known, oh, it's a defense boost, I could have just left it alone, but I didn't think I'd be dying here, so... Right, come on, come on. Oh, for goodness sake. Right. Ooh, 20 limit, very nice. Right, what I'm going to do... Leave and re-enter. Thank you, Aladdin. Ah! He was just about to use his fire attack as well. This is a mess. Okay, AP boost, I can skip that chest. Right, this is a horrible room, but we're gonna work it out. Please use fire breath. Thank you! Right, it's fine. We're dying very early on to the room. It's not costing us much time.
And this is the thing with critical difficulty. Even very experienced players are going to struggle, especially when we're as underleveled as we are.
Right, there we go.
A lot of stuff will kill you in one hit.
Quickest way to heal is to go to a save point, open the menu, close the menu, and it automatically heals you to full and restores all your MP. Right, there are enemies in this room, but if you jump high enough, you can just go over their spawn points. It's great, because again, there are more enemies that one-shot you here. I still have 4 defense, so that's kind of good, because it means the enemies I want to be one-shotting me still will be one-shotting. Torn pages, that's very nice. So what I'm going to do... Right, bait out that thing to go over there. Right, I'm going to just head back to that previous save point because as you can see the number here has turned blue and so there's nothing left to pick up in Agrabah, which is very nice because the end section of Agrabah is extremely annoying. Giant auto-scroller it's got. Right, and let's get going. I should have been looking at the... okay, I know where I'll go next. Let's go here. I want to use all this time in cutscenes as well as to talk to try to work out where I should be going next, since it's very fluid depending on what items you find as to where you should go next. Since the reason I've decided to go here next is I've got a decent amount of magic, and magic is very useful for clearing out the enemies at the end of this world. And you also want to come here when you've got low defense, because this has one fight where it's quicker to die on. And since this is the first world you visit, enemies are not doing a lot of damage, so you want extremely low defense in order to be able to die quickly. Oh, I've got so much nice movement speed. This is great. This is just fantastic. There we go. Two high jump and 3 aerial dodge. That might be enough to do the alternate route around the next room. 4 aerial dodge now. That'll probably do it. Hey, this is going to make one of the cool skips really easy if I have to show that off. Yeah, oops. I forgot. So there, that's the alternative route. If you have enough jump height, you can make it up there in one go, instead of having to go all the way around. Oops, there we are. Let go a little bit earlier, glide. Combo boost, that boosts your damage of all your finishing moves, since I've got finishing plus, which I will eventually equip. I think I'll do that here. Time to think about this. Right, drawing, that's rubbish. Have I got anything good here? Combination boost, well, it's better than what I currently have. And then let's go with power boost. I've got a lot of defense boosts here, but defense boost isn't very useful. Let's just equip all the AP boosts. Upper slash. I've got upper slash explosion. That's great. That's a really good combo on a single fight. I'll look forward to doing that fight in the cool way instead of in the boring, slow way. If I remember how to do it. Oh, look at that movement speed. And what I should also do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now those my party members will not attack during this fight. This means they will not interrupt the enemy's attacks, and will therefore the enemies will have much easier time killing me. Thank you. So as you can see, even there we go, 2 hits, very nice. So that's why you want to come here with very low defense indeed. My jump height is too high, so I had to wait for myself to fall there. That was very silly. Ooh, also while I was here, I got the best spell in the game, Reflect. It is a defensive spell, and it's the best defense. It's the best defensive spell and the best offensive spell. It's fantastic. It gives you a little shield, and if enemies hit the shield, they take damage. Huge amounts of damage. Let's see what we got here. So what I just did there, I checked my hotbar. So magic, when you get it, is automatically added to a big list of shortcuts. And so you need to remember which magic's on which shortcut, so that you can, you can have access to which magic you want at any given time. There's a real skill in trying to work out when you want to just go with the random order that the game's given you, and when you want to spend the time, go into the menu and put them all in the correct order you're used to. And usually for me it's when I get Reflect, but since Reflect isn't particularly useful on this particular world, since the enemies are so weak they're just dying to normal magic, and you don't need Reflect. Right, Blizzard's the best opener here. Then Thunder. So yeah, that's Explosion. It's great. Really the best magic for this fight is Fire, which I don't currently have. Come on. Ah, goodness sake. There we are. Ended up getting it. So those enemies are really annoying because they duck into the ground, then they wander about a bit, and then come back up. And they can just continually duck in and come up and duck in and come up over and over again. But if you have an AoE spell like Magnet or Fire, then you can do it as they're coming up, and then guarantee that you'll be able to hit them as they come up. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those 2 spells, so I just have to chance it. So yeah, you saw there? 3 of them came up, and 3 of them went straight back down again. These enemies have no such trouble. So you just use a single spell on each of them, since spells are one-shotting and my normal attacks aren't. Right, and let's get out of Twilight Town. With this much movement, usually you want to quick run up the stairs, but with this much aerial dodge, much better to just be aerial dodging up the stairs. Oh, so much to think about. Right, these next 2 chests, you need to be very certain to pick them up when you're here, because it takes a long time for you to get back here if you miss them. And we will be leaving Twilight Town after this section, since suddenly the next time you enter here, you'll be in the second visit of Twilight Town in the story, and so all the levels of all the enemies will have jumped up a huge amount. Right, where to next? I have Reflect, so I should be going to Beast's Castle. I also have Low Defense, that's a good thing to have there. Beast's Castle is to like my 8 o'clock. There it is. Not 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Nothing you need to remember is where all the rooms are. Right, another place where you want to die as quickly as possible. That's 1. I think 2 should kill. Oh no, it needs 3. Well, it's a good thing if he healed Donald and not me, otherwise I'd taken an additional hit. Probably should have stolen all of his potions. I just realised I could have entered that fight easily. Earlier. So there's one other way to end that fight earlier. You can either take damage, just wait for ages, or you can deal a certain number of hits, and usually taking damage is the fastest. But if you have an attack that does a lot of hits in a very short amount of time, then that can be fast to finish the fight, and I could have done that there. Right, that is the last point of the game where I need really low defense to be able to die to a fight, so after that I can equip defense, and that means I can start playing fights a lot more aggressively, since I will not die in one shot quite as often. I don't have very good defensive equipment yet, so I will not be able to play too aggressively. But the fact that I have Reflect available means... Okay. Aha. Okay. That's no problem, I'll just do it now. I'll just... Okay, what do you want to change it down to? 4,500. Okay. I've got it upscaled to 720 now, but so I'll go for... I've done that, okay. Okay, right, sorry about that. I've just been informed the stream was having some trouble, so I've turned down the bitrate slightly. It shouldn't matter, this is quite an old game. It's not very high resolution anyway. Right, 3, 2, 1, let's carry on. Right, pick up a few more chests and then go into a little auto-scroller minigame, which is a good time for donation incentive, for donations if there are any. And if there aren't any, then I will do some menuing here and explain that. So, right. So, like I said, I don't need low defense anymore. So I'm going to equip all the defense boosts I found. I can equip what's the best thing? That's probably the best one here. Still no good items. No good. Every recovery combo plus. Neither of those are good. The last thing to do is customize. Since I've got all my nice magic all of a sudden, I'm going to take Cure off. I'm going to put Thunder here, Blizzard here. So I just swapped those around. It's obviously just swapping them around doesn't make any difference. It's just a little. I just spent 2 seconds making myself a little bit more comfortable, and so I will always remember where my spells are. Blizzard on circle, Thunder on square. I've left Triangle deliberately clear, rather than some other useful spell, since it'd only be Cure, which is the least useful spell. And this means the next spell I get will automatically be placed on Triangle. And hopefully that will be Magnet, because then that will be my final game setup. Just how I like it. Right, this fight is all about timing. Hit him twice and then... Oof, I Okay. Right, there we go. Did manage to get Reflect off. That Reflect was supposed to kill, but it did not. Right, let's kill that enemy. Reflect again. As you can see, Reflect does a huge amount of damage. Right, let's just kill this with normal attacks. There we go. Pretty much a perfect fight. Only got hit once. Could have done it a little bit faster, but that's fine. Coming here, reasonably low level. I think this is a... Nah, probably still a little bit lower from when you'd come here in the story. And then we can head through to here, pick up even more chests, and straight into another mini-game after this. So look, high drive recovery, very helpful, since I haven't got a chance to show off drive yet, so drive forms let you convert your party members into giving Sora more power. It's less consuming, it's more about teamwork. It sounds it's better than it sounds. And that also uses the drive gauge, which is the big orange bar next to my between my health and my magic. And high drive recovery fully restores that. There's a huge number of ways to restore that drive. Every time you get a new drive form, that gauge automatically refills. Every time you get to a point in the story where you would normally get a new drive form, it fills. If you just find drive form in the chest, I believe it does not. Banana. I'll talk about the main way to refill it when it actually comes up, since currently I have no drive forms, so I'm not going to have an opportunity to talk about it for now. Right, that's another minigame completed. Straight into a few more cutscenes, a few more chests, and then another fight that is far easier than it should be because I have Reflect far earlier in the game than I should. Horizontal slash, extremely good ability, especially on a pretty nasty boss. Let's see what we've got here. Right, he should run up and hit me. I have not enough magic to one-shot him, so he'll run up and hit me, I'll reflect it. He'll hit me again, I'll reflect it, and there we are, fight over. Hello, there we are. Only HP. You can get anything off bosses in this now. HP is the saddest thing, since ideally I would not be getting hit. Right, a little tutorial about getting new party members. Valor form, and we are done here. I can leave. I do not need to do the last half of that visit. Right, I should be paying attention. I should have been thinking about where I should go. When you're not sure where to go, a good place is always 100 Acre Wood, since this place is full of mini-games and therefore gives you plenty of time to think where you should be actually going. Fire element, very nice. Key element, what a great trip. I mean, just fine. Oops. Not quite the right angle there, got there eventually though. Right, so in a traditional run, you would almost always leave here, but since I can see the number isn't blue currently, rather than, I know I'm going to have to do this at some point to complete all blue numbers, so I'll have to do this minigame. It's exactly 45 seconds. It used to be 1 minute 30 seconds, but that's just far too long, so as part of the quality of life changes, Randomizer has doubled the speed of it. Just sit here in this corner and you spin and you spin and you spin. If you do get hit, then you lose time. Hopefully I will get a time of 2 minutes 14, 2 minutes 15, sorry. That means that I've done it perfectly. Good time for donations if there are any.
While you're doing the auto-scroller, should I talk a bit about proofs? Because I feel like
yes.
we haven't really explained what the end game of this randomizer is. So
yeah, go ahead.
In this randomizer, it's a bit different to like typical randomizers where there's no like hard locks on getting to the end of the game. We could pretty much just run to the final boss and kill him whenever we want, assuming we have like the abilities that make us strong enough to do so. And to sort of stop us from doing that, we have 3 checks that are sort of artificially put in the game called proofs, and the final boss is locked behind getting those. So while we're picking up all this stuff to try and make ourselves stronger, we're also looking for those 3 items so that we can actually beat the game.
Although in this case, since we're running all blue numbers, basically all items act as proofs, since in order to complete the actual speedrun, we need to pick up absolutely everything. Absolutely everything that is on the tracker. Again, another auto-scroller. Right, I should be thinking about where I should be going next. I think I'm going to go to Halloween Town. Actually, it's kind of late to be going to Halloween Town. I should have been paying more attention and gone there a little bit earlier. But it's fine. Honestly, I think I forgot about it because recently I've had a lot of randomizers have no items in Halloween Town. Since it's one of the smaller worlds, it's the one that's most likely to have nothing in. In this case, the only one that doesn't have anything in is Disney Castle. Oh, so there's like a 1 second time loss or something from just the slowdown from getting hit. Right, yeah, I'm definitely going to go there, especially because I can pick up a whole bunch more ethers. Although, really, I should not be worrying about picking up. I'm not going to pick up the ethers because I picked up a money pouch earlier in Pride Lands. I have 5,000 money, so at any point I'm about to run out of ethers, I can just buy 40 more, and that'll be fine. Good. I wish I wasn't jumping so high. Oh, we're done. Right. I now need to think about where we need to go now. My dog has come over to say hello. Okay, she's just sitting down. Right, where to now? Hollow Bastion then. Another early world where I will be one-shotting all the enemies because I've come here slightly over-leveled. And also because it's an early world, it's got lots of tutorials. So here's a tutorial. And straight into a very easy fight. I think technically you can advance this fight by dying, but it does not have very many enemies, so it's faster to just kill them all. I should be one-shotting these. Right. If I'm not one-shotting these enemies, what should I do? I will check my inventory to see if I've got some magic boosts. So, for one, that should be... Negative combo is not ideal, but... Horizontal slash is good. Right, okay. I think I've now got 22 magic. I think that's enough. I've knocked my mic slightly. One of the things that I haven't done that is kind of useful for runners of Randomizer is you need to memorize all of the breakpoints for when your magic will be one-shotting. I know that it's 24 in Port Royal, so I will leave it going there once I've got 24 magic. But I should also know the ones for here, and I don't. 22 should surely be enough, right? Surely. Right, so quickest way to do here is quick run back. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, that appears to be one-shotting. Yeah, there we go. Right, these enemies all drop MP, so I get more magic casts. So I just... okay, I've been spamming my magic a little bit too much. I'm annoyed that Blizzard did not hit both of them. It should be an AoE spell. Right, let's get out of here. Come on. What a mess. Ran out of magic at a pretty inopportune time, but ended up going through there decently in the end. Right, again, bunch of cutscenes, bunch of tutorials explaining how to use summons, and then, since the second visit to Hollow Bastion has a lot of chests early on and not a lot of fights early on, I'm going to do another, head straight back in here. So this is a very high-level world currently, but I will not be getting any fights, so I'll just advance to the first fight and then leave. Usually when you exit a cutscene, you are facing the correct direction, so the go-to method is always run forward, except in that room where, for some reason, you're facing away from the door you're meant to be heading through. Oh, I'm not used to having so much good movement speed. This is great. Right. Right, while I'm doing this, I'll think about where I should be going next. I don't have quite enough magic to go to Port Royal next. Finishing plus, very nice. Accessory slot, completely useless because I have no good accessories. Accessories usually boost armor, boost your defense, and accessories boost your offense, and I have not found a single offensive boosting accessory. It's such a shame. Oh yeah, Keyblades. So all the stats and the abilities on Keyblades have been randomized. The only thing you know from a Keyblade's name is how long it is. Since otherwise, they have a physical length, and it would look very odd if their hitboxes didn't match up to that. And there are cases where Keyblade length matters, certain combos where enemies will break out of them if your Keyblade isn't long enough. Right, almost done here, just a few more chests and then we'll be... now I should be deciding where to go next. You know what? Let's do the Roxas quick kill. I have not got the stats for it, but technically it is still faster even if you're at very low stats to do the quick kill. I timed it out. Oops, wrong way. Right, I should enter a menu when I enter here, so I don't need to open it. Right, let's see. So power boost is nice, but actually doesn't help here. Defense boost might help me survive an attack. Ooh, this is a fence rearing, technically a thing. Right, ooh, experience boost. That's very good to have. I think I'm going to equip it since I don't have anything else that's useful. I've got up slash, got explosion. Right, can I remember the numbers? And aerial recovery is also good. Right, I need to think about this. It should be... Ooh, can I equip that? No, I can't. Right. I need to think. 1, 3, 6, 3. Yes, that should be correct. Okay, 1, 3, 6, 3. Okay. Sorry, I just need to make sure I was doing this strat correctly. Oh. I'm not doing that strat correctly. But... One, 3, 6... Sorry. Should be a stun lock. One, 3, 3, 6. Come on. One. Oof, okay. Mega potion. I did not do the strat correctly, unfortunately, but I almost... Come on. Yes! Quick killed him. Oh.
If you play this game casually, then you've probably died to Roxas many, many times. But there's a lot of ways to sort of cheese this fight, which is quite nice.
And we're done here. I don't need to go through the second fight, which is also horrible. Just every fight in here is extremely horrible and has a lot of really weird strats you need to learn. Because it's a randomizer, so you do not know what abilities you will have when you arrive here. And so you need to know what is the strat for every set of abilities you have. That's my favourite way of killing him, explosion and upper slash. It is technically the fastest way to kill him at level 1. I decorated the good ability and kept the bad one. There we are. Right, let's get out of here. While I was on my way in here, I found a torn page, so I can head back here to complete another minigame. This one is not a good time for donations because it's very, very short. Is a good time, still a good time to think about where I should be going next. Right, I have Magnet and I have Experience Boost, so I don't have Stitch though, so I should go there later. My stats are incredibly low right now. I guess I should go to an early game world then, which would be, in this case, Land of Dragons. There we are, perfect minigame. You want to end up as high as possible since falling down is slow. Let's head back to Land of Dragons. Should I be leveling up Valor Form here? Probably not. I think there's faster ways to be leveling up Valor Form. Oops. What I should have done in that menu is equip Magnet. I'll have to do it here. So Fire, it's fine. Magnet's much better. They're both AoE spells. They both do damage in an area, but it's a small amount. But since I have too much magic, they do a big amount of damage in an area.
And Magnet is really good for crowd control as well.
Yeah, since Magnet sticks around for a while. It's not a great place to visit first, since there's just all these fights that are just such a hassle. Right, fastest way to finish this fight is to run around and pick up these chests first. So drag the enemies in towards you. Oh, for goodness sake, targeted the wrong one. Right, there we are. Right. That was very funny. So the enemy knocked me out of my fire animation into another enemy, so the fire ended up killing both of them. Right. This place is full of shadows. They fly around out of the ground. You need to either time a blizzard from long range, which is very tricky since the timing depends on the range, since it has a travel time. That's the enemy, there it is. Or you just stand next to them and fire her. And fire comes out instantly. Right, would have been nice to have a second thunder here, but it doesn't matter. Especially since... There we go. Since I've destroyed all the tents, it made it a lot easier to get around. Right. Ooh, Promise Charm. Are we done here? We are not done here. So, Promise Charm is one of the very few items that is actually added into this version of the game, rather than just used for a different purpose. It's unknown what original purpose it was planning to serve in the game, but in this, it gives you access to the final boss of the game without having to go through the final world of the game. I really like having it on in all blue numbers because it means that once you're done, you can get straight to the boss as soon as possible instead of having to fight through all of that. Certainly very helpful here, since as it currently stands, we're right at the start. We had to stop right at the start of the final world because it turned blue. So Promise Charm will save us a lot of time in this. Right, more fights for not all the checks. Just throw out a magnet to stop these enemies from hitting you. Just use the command while they're stunned. Oh, movement speed, it's so good. Right, no experience. What a useless ability. Experience. Ooh, I have 2 experience boosts. That's great. I will be able to level up very quickly if I choose to. Right. Now for another mob fight. I'm trying to remember what ability I have. I currently have experience boost on, I remember now. Right, I can move Blizzard to kill that dude. Okay, fine, don't. As you can see, despite the very low base damage, this Magnet is killing everything in one. These shadows in one shot. Oof. Very Slapshot can be very useful. No, it will not come in useful since the boss I want to use that against. Their numbers already turned blue. I will not be facing them in this battle. Such a shame. Right, hopefully one of these next 2 chests will have it. Otherwise, we've got to sit through a minute-long auto-scroller. Nah, okay. I'll just go do that now since it's the same speed whenever you come here, and good time for donations because all I'll be doing is just wandering about killing these enemies until the timer runs out, if there are any.
It's a good time to remind people that we are raising money for Special Effect, who they help people with physical disabilities enjoy video games. I like building things like custom controllers, things like that. There's a really good cause if you want to put any money towards it. I believe there's also a raffle going on for a headset, so you can get your money into that as well.
Right, if you come here with the right abilities, you can end up at 999 Heartless. Nowhere near that this time. Right, and since the next thing you want to do in this world is teleport back to the start, the quickest way to do that is to leave and re-enter. And in between leaving and re-entering, I'll go do some other worlds. I think it is time for... How have I got so much strength and so little magic? That is very unusual. I guess it is time for Port Royal. I do not have enough magic to go here, but I guess I'll have to. Maybe I'll find some magic here. Limit form, that's very nice. Very nice indeed, in fact. Combo boost, that's good.
So the enemies in this world are quite unique, where you can't damage them unless they're standing in the moonlight. Which is incredibly annoying when you're playing this game casually, but I think they're trying to stay true to the Pirates of the Caribbean story.
The trade-off is that they're all very, very weak to magic. So I was at 24 magic, I should now be one-shotting them. Oh, for goodness sake. Unfortunately not one-shotting those guys. It's just the pirates that are extremely weak to magic and immune while they're in the darkness. Right, come on. What I'm aiming to do is hit this. There we go. Normally you'd destroy it with magic, but since I don't have any MP, I used it all in the last fight. Guard break is a very nice ability. Unfortunately, it is, in my opinion, outclassed by explosion, and you can't use both effectively. Dialogue fail. Okay, let's go. This fight is technically optional, but it's just so fast, so we do it. I say it's fast. It's fast when you have high magic. I'm gonna go into my inventory and check if I have any good sources of higher magic. Hey, that's very helpful. It opened my inventory for me. Guess it knew. Not full bloom plus. That's strength, not magic. Experience boost. Ooh, combo master is very good, but yeah, okay, I'll go for it. Slapshot's good, guard break good, slide dash good, combo boost very very good, experience boost, some boost, draw. I do not want no experience. That's very bad. Shouldn't have come here since I didn't have any magic boosts or strength boosts, but that's fine. Alright. Ignoring those 2 chests since I'm about to enter another auto-scroller. This is just about survival. 15 defense. Oof. I think they should be like free-shotting me or something, so I'll summon Chicken Little for protection. Casual players do not use summons very often.
I think a lot of casual players don't realize summons are in the game, and they're some of the most broken tools that you have at your disposal.
See, Chicken Little, as soon as they become vulnerable, Chicken Little will just pull them all in. And they can't attack while they're being pulled in, they will be in range, so if I want to use any short range attacks, which I do not, I'll be able to do that. But yeah, this is... Chicken Little just turns this from what can be a very scary fight into just farming experience. Even got some experience for Chicken Little, so next time he comes back, he'll last longer. Right. Speaking of, should summon Chicken Little again. Can you please? Okay. Sometimes he doesn't like to cooperate, I guess. Right, unfortunately I do not have the best summon in the game here, so I'll just have to throw a single ether. Right, back off. Oh. Oh, Chicken Little knocked him into the... Right, next set all spawn up here. So what you're meant to be doing here is keeping that medal away from the pirates. But the way it's handled is if the medal stays out for a minute, then you lose. And I have no intention of letting that fast fight last a minute, so I do not need to worry about the medal. I've just not noticed something that people who know Randomizer will judge me for.
You're very lucky that I've only ever done one Randomizer run and know basically nothing about it.
So when I noticed we were slightly behind at schedule, I just turned off the worst world in the game. And I was just looking at... I had forgotten I'd done that.
Is
I was
it
just looking...
simulated Twilight Town?
Yep. I was just thinking about it because I got a limit form relatively recently.
Yeah, so the thing that makes simulated Twilight Town really bad is in your casual playthrough, it's the first world you go to, so it has a lot of tutorials in it.
Look at all that damage. Oof, he killed... Oh, that's no good. Right. So as you can see, despite having quite high defense, we're still on critical mode. Things still want to shot us. I think that was 3 shots actually. But it does mean I get to show off the silly magnet strats again, where you repeatedly knock him in and out of magnet using thunder. And then goes do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And then you can freeze him. Freeze him some more. There we go. Pirates are very weak to magic. There are a lot of fights like that in critical mode where either you win very, very quickly or you die. And unlike most second visits, the second visit to Port Royal is lovely, so I'm going to head straight there. It just needs all the same tools I've been using. Could have got done with getting a little bit more magic before I come back here. Pardon me. But whatever, it'll be fine. So these enemies is just... Yep. Just spam magic on them, ice freezes them. And so you don't need to worry about them attacking back either. Alright, time for a little fight skip. This fight takes longer than it takes to just leave and re-enter. And this fight is incredibly boring. For some reason, so there's a mechanic where if you die on certain bosses, Mickey will come and save you. And for some reason, despite this being an absolute joke of a boss, Mickey will come and save you if you die against this boss. I'm not gonna say... It has happened to me before where I've died here. But yeah. The only thing this boss has going for it is health. So the reason I'm stopping my combo short is because if you have any MP at all, then using an ether fully restores your MP, whereas if you have no MP, it only restores part of it. So you just go down to until you've got 1 MP, then use an ether, 1 MP, use an ether, until that boss finally dies. Hopefully we do not have to go to the second fight of that boss where it becomes horrible, because it gains the pirate's curse of not being able to be damaged while in darkness. Oh, it's getting more and more likely that I'm going to have to go there. Oh, I really hope I don't. Aerial finish, that's unfortunately, as fun as aerial finish it is, it's just too long a combo to use, so... Come on. I killed it with his own dice. I was panicking, I just wanted to hit the dice back, I didn't think it would kill it. Okay. Phew, we do not need to come back here. We can leave. We do not need to fight Grim Reaper 2, a boss that takes like 4 minutes. Mainly because you need to do 4 other fights before you unlock it. And again, got another torn page. The best thing what you do when you have a torn page is always 100 acre wood. Especially at the late game areas. Oh, I've got high jump, I've got aerial dodge, I get to show off the cool strat here. Hopefully I don't mess it up like last time. Right, first step of the cool strat is to abandon all your friends, run through here, grab all the chests. We'll come back from later, don't worry. Berserk charge. Unfortunately not going to get any use here. Boss you really want to use Berserk charge against is blue currently. What a shame. So, all my friends are terrified and running around in circles. Let's go and help them. Right, I want to start by hugging this left wall to get around this boulder. If they get hit by it, they will panic. Have we got everyone? Yep, okay, got everyone. Right, enemies will spawn like 2 meters ahead of me, so you go. And you jump over the enemy spawn trigger. Again, hug the left wall. Again, stop right before the enemies and jump over the enemy spawn trigger. Everyone's still here, yep. Again, stop right before the enemies, jump over the enemy spawn. Ah, messed it up. So yeah, if the enemies spawn, you just have to throw out magnets to kill them all. And then brought everyone here to see Winnie the Pooh. At which point we'll get 2 more checks and hopefully we'll be done here, otherwise we'll have to... Yeah, okay, we're done here. No yeeting the bear today. Right, it is time to go and level up a lot. Let's do a cool spin. For some reason the camera gets really weird if you spin it around there, because it can't go behind them. Right, so I want to deliberately get to very low health here, so I'm going to steal Tron's ether, potion. Ethers are fine. Oh, we're done here, that's a shame. That's a real shame, that is. Right, I'm still going to do the level up strat, so... right, so instead of Combo Master, we want Experience Boost, because it boosts my experience. Right, just another minigame, you need to find the red thing, then watch the red thing. That one, okay, yeah, and then you need to hit the red thing. If you hit the wrong one, then the red thing will respawn, and you have to do it again. Waste 10 seconds. Right, now what I want to do is get hit a bunch. Please hit me down to half health. Not too low health, please. Actually, too low health is also fine. Can I... That'll do, that'll do. Any more than that might kill me. Right, if you are at half health, you gain twice as much, then experience boost doubles your experience. And so we're just trying to stick around at half health while playing safe. Stitch is extremely safe summon. He stuns lots of enemies, he refills your magic. So we'll be using Stitch to play this very safe. So first thing you want to do is solve the first part of this minigame. Just by picking up all these balls. Right, once you've activated 2 of these, enemies will just infinitely spawn. And so we just sit here using AoE spells until they die. And you can just see my levels going up and up and up and up and up. I didn't need to do this like at all. I'm so used to having stuff on high levels that I forgot that I was done with levels. So this is technically unnecessary, but it is only a minute, and it makes everything after it extremely quick.
You're not getting any important checks, but you're getting a lot of stat boosts from this particular.
Yeah.
Make the rest of the game very easy.
My strength and magic have already doubled. Right, okay, so I have healed above half health. I'm no longer getting triple EXP, so I'm just going to leave now. If I need more experience, which I will not, there are other places I can farm it. I should leave. It's faster. There's like 4 more chests that way, but there's like 2 cutscenes in a way, and this is faster since I know there's no more checks here. I've got to give up the checks. It's such a shame. Right. Let's go to Olympus. I think that's the wrong choice actually, but whatever. Depends where I think Magnet Burst is. Yeah, I'll just assume Magnet Burst is in a horrible place. Right, I'm now horrendously overleveled. Time to beat this guy into the ground. Here we go! Oh no, he's invincible! Unfortunately, while we're in the underworld, Hades is invincible, so we'll have to just run away from him. Casually, this is horrible because he follows you, throwing fireballs at you. Come on. Yeah. But obviously in this, we're horrendously overleveled. Oh. Man, level 1 Magnet sucks. Got no AoE. I'm just complaining. Magnet is really great at every level. Oof. The second half of this fight has been handled horribly by me. It is now over. Hooray. What a mess. I ran out of magic at a bad moment. Right, what is the fastest way to kill Cerberus with this set of tools? I'm not sure. I'll just go in and wail on him. I've got enough strength.
Worst case, I'm sure Mickey can come in and save you.
There's basically nothing you can do against this. Yeah. There we go. That attack is really nasty. It's just got hitboxes all over the place. There's no way to stun him out of any of the attacks he does. Right, as you can see, I'm very quickly running out of worlds to go to. I've got Land of Dragons to finish off, Olympus Coliseum, which is this one, Hollow Bastion, Twilight Town, both two are both big ones, and also what I haven't done at all is level up my forms. Because you can only level up forms to the number of forms you have plus 2. So it's usually better to do them all at the end if you're going to do some farming, since then you have access to all the forms and can take all the forms straight from level 1 all the way to level 7 and get all the items that are on them. Forms are something I haven't shown off at all because I haven't needed to. I'll show them off a bit later. Wait, I can't show them off soon because the forms are not available while you're in the underworld.
This is just like everyone's casual run. They don't use summons and they don't use dry forms.
I use dry forms casually. Dry forms are great. What I didn't use in a casual run is magic. Magic. I just like hitting things. Right, so that big one over there that spawns eventually has 10 score in it. 30 score in it instead of 3. 3 times 10 instead of 3 times 1. It is a consolation prize if you spend too long farming all the tiny ones. If you come here with not a lot, if you come here without explosion and without magnet burst, which is absolutely great, then unfortunately you'll usually have to pick up the 10 from there. Right, more cool movement. In a normal playthrough, you will not be able to do that glide because you will not have glide until many, many levels after you arrive here for the first time. There's another route around to that upper area the first time you come here. Right, do I have enough? Ooh, okay, I'm gonna go for the cool jump here. Here we go. Oh no! The cool jump was pointless because I'm done here. Oh, there's cool. I failed the cool jump twice. I'm going to leave in shame. So after that, there's an extremely long fight. And it's just quicker to follow all the way out here. Even with all my wrong turns I made, it's just quicker to leave. Right, where to now? I think on to Twilight Town, which is here. Yeah. I'm currently looking for all the cool items that let me do the cool skips in Hollow Bastion and in Land of Dragons. So I can show those off before I head back there. If I don't get them on Twilight Town, I'll just have to... Oh. This is a really nasty fight if you don't have the right tools. As those enemies have attacks during which they are invincible and which do a whole ton of damage. But with a high level, enough level magnet, you can just stop them from doing it at all. This is the part of a run. Whichever order you do the worlds in, you're going to end up having at least one part of a run that you're horribly over-leveled for, and this is the part I went for today. A second reflect, that's very good. Increases the size of the shield. Right, since I have all the tools I could possibly need, I'm going to take the more difficult route around this. It saves about 20 seconds. So the easy route picks up all the chests and then leaves, and then you can come back here later to do the difficult fight at the end. The difficult route plops you right into the fight at the end of it. Oh my goodness, look at this move speed. So I've got glide level 4. This is literally impossible in the base game. Only the forms that are... Only final form has glide level. I'm so used to doing the easy strat. That is damning damning proof that I only ever do the easy strat. Because I took the wrong route. Right, here we are. Normally, only final form has a glide this fast. But Randomizer adds it in. Another finishing plus. Honestly, I'm a little bit flush with finishing pluses. I think I should just... Right. Let's do the incredibly cheesy strat on this fight as well. Stitch cheeses every fight, but especially ones with lots of enemies. Since you can just spam magnet.
If you play this game casually and you're struggling on any fight and you have Stitch, use Stitch because he will CC everyone, refill all your mana, he will heal you. It's just completely broken.
Right. To remember the correct route around this mansion, since there's two versions of this mansion that are mirror images of each other in terms of the chest placement. So this chest is usually over there, on that side. Ooh, more movement speed! What is this Twilight Town? It's got all the lovely magic. Reflect and Magnet are just the best magic in the game. Still not done here, though. Alright, quick touch of beam. Still not done here. Goodness me. Unfortunately, I will not be using that because I do not need... Still not done! Oh my goodness me. Okay, I guess I will leave and head somewhere else then. Where to? Hollow Bastion. Been a long time since we were here. We've leveled up a whole bunch. Oh my goodness, there's so many cool strats I get to show off here. I have all the stuff I need for them. You know, I could use spells that aren't magnet, but why? Why would I? Magnet kills everything. Right, these enemies have stun lock abilities, they're really nasty. Right, after this fight, I'm de-equipping Guard Break. As you can see, it sometimes just comes out when you really don't want it. If I'd used Explosion there instead of Guard Break, you don't get a choice, it just uses whichever one it thinks is best, and it prefers Guard Break for some reason. Right, Guard Break off. I will never use Guard Break when Explosion is available. Right. There's not really a good time to pick up these chests, I'll just have to do it now. I was wondering why do I still have the Experience Boost Keyblade on, but really, Experience Boosters are fine. It's like really high stats, so that's good enough for me. Right, time for the incredible quick kill. Let's get these two just under 30, I think it is. Oh my goodness, I have Knock Smash and not... Right, what I was meant to do is Trinity. There we go. Right, there we go. Let's do the fight now. There we go. So yeah. First you do all that damage. Then you do that. So yeah, you basically kill him in 2 or 3 moves. And every move is a stun lock. Right,
And
small.
the gimmick in that fight is all those like water things he's summoning. You got to kill them before the timer runs out. And if you don't have the like right equipment, it can be pretty difficult. So Trinity Limit is really good for killing them all, and there's magic like fire is really good for killing them.
Yeah. So in the upgraded super boss version of him, you basically have to use forms and fire. Oh. Right, so I come here slightly short on ethers, so I will not have quite as much magic as I wish I did. Okay, I've got 1 Mega Ether. I think I'll use it here. Alright, gotta kill the rest in 4 Magnagers.
And this series of fights that he's doing now, if you die at any point during them, then you get sent back to before the boss that we just killed, and you have to kill the boss again.
So in the base game, you get sent back to before the boss. One of the quality of life changes in the randomizer is that you get sent back to after the boss, but you still do need to do all 4 of those fights back to back to back.
That is a lot nicer, but yeah, it's still a lot of fights you need to repeat.
Right, I'm gonna show off the cool strat. And to do this cool strat, I need ethers, so let's... do I have those equipped? That's enough. 4 ethers will do it. Right, time for the incredible stupid strat. So this is the 1000 Heartless fight. The PlayStation 2 cannot load 1000 Heartless. So what you do, you stare at the ground so they load in faster. This only works if you have a level 3 magnet. If you have a level 2 magnet, then they spawn in too far away from you. And if you don't have level 3 magnet there, stronger. Oh. Small mistake there. But yeah, I could have used one fewer ether there, but whatever. I just bought 22 of them, I'll be fine. Ooh, final form. That's very good. Where can I level up final form quickly? I can do it here. This is a place with lots and lots of nobodies. Final form levels up every time you kill these enemies here. Just need to get it up to 4 should technically do. I'm going to do 5 instead. Sorry, I said the wrong numbers. I now have it at the correct level. That's good. Right, back into here to show off the very silly strat. Let's get my power boost and magic boosts. Never have enough of those. Cosmic chain, fine. Right. This is stuff that got added in the final mix version of the game. So if you've just played the original, you might not have seen this area. It's a giant gauntlet of enemies. I don't want to do a giant gauntlet of enemies, I want to cheat. And so I will. Grab here, hit that wall, grab here. Oh, okay, mess it up. Grab here, hit that wall, it lines you up perfectly to grab here. Then you're here. You face that area over there. Enter final form. Oh, got to do one little thing, which is wait. You want Firaga here because Firaga gives you a tiny little boost that you use to get up here. So you need to do that to get around the spawn trigger of the first of the gauntlet of enemies. And if you avoid the first of the gauntlet of enemies, then all the later ones do not spawn. So normally, in a casual playthrough, what you'd do after that little section is you'd go back and go through the gauntlet again. Although this time, since you killed it the first time, none of the enemies would actually be there. Obviously, we'd not kill it the first time, so what we have to do is glide up this wall. This is still faster than the gauntlet. Come on, let's go. That should be enough. Then we revert, and then quick, and then we're out. Excellent. And then you have access to this entire area without having to fight a single enemy. And that is another thing where there are huge numbers of ways to do it, depending on what tools you have. And so you just need to learn all the ways of doing it.
And if you've played Kingdom Hearts, but you're looking at this and thinking, I don't remember any of this in the game, then I recommend getting Final Mix and playing this part because it is the best content in the game.
Ah, okay, fine. Take a slight detour. Right, there we go. What I'm aiming for is this one. There we go, that's what we're looking for. So the one problem with that skip is that it does not unlock that chest you can see over there. I'll just show you. So if you try to get to that chest, you'll collide with an invisible wall and you can't get to it. So, yes, okay, I've done it correctly. The correct way to do that is here. Oh, there we go. Because you need to make your way back, also avoiding the gauntlet of enemies. And that's how you do that. Right, so since there's lots more chests in that room as well that I was planning to pick up on the way back, but since I've turned the number blue, I don't need to. And so I can just leave now. Right, what should I do now? I guess I have to, unfortunately, do Land of Dragons without the cool strap. Now I'm going to risk it. So what I need, it's the little yellow thing at the bottom. It's the thing I need to... Tell you what, play it safe. Okay, I do have every treasure here, so the final check must be here. In case anyone who knows this game very well is wondering, I have turned the super bosses off because there's some very difficult super bosses, some very easy super bosses, and for a marathon, you do not want to have a coin flip. You know, you don't want multiple coin flips deciding whether you add just an extra 5 minutes onto your run at the end. Especially since it can happen multiple times. So, yeah, magnets. Magnet and explosion are both extremely good, even in a room full of enemies that hide in the floor. Oh, please. Right. Do I cheat? I'm going to cheat so I can show off the cool to see if I can show off the cool strat. Give me just 1 minute. I'm going to look up where Master Form is. This makes this an invalid run. But whatever. Master Form. That's the wrong one. That one. Okay, I now know what I need to level up to get Master Form. Otherwise, I would have to... Because it's quite possible that Master Form, the trick that uses Master Form might be behind that trick. In which case, obviously, I can't do it. I can't do the trick. So what I should do is go someplace with lots and lots of enemies who I can hit lots of times, because I've checked and Master Form is on... You need to level up Valor Form to level 6 to unlock Master Form. And the way you do that is just hitting enemies a lot. So this is going to be a little farming section. If you have any donations to read, now would be a very good time. Oh my goodness. Good thing I remembered enemies spawn into the hilly here. Come on. So yeah, if I had not looked this up, I would have to do this, but for all of the different forms. Until I found the one, and even then it might not work. Right, got Master Form. Let's go, let's do the trick. This way. And then we will be very nearly done. No. Let's cheat. Let's level up Master Form as well. Let's make this trick extremely easy by leveling up Master Form to. Also, a good opportunity to show you how to do that. Since there's a, do we have the thing? The thing. We do not have the ability required to level up Master Form. That's extremely frustrating. We'll have to do the other cheesy way to level up Master Form. They're both great. I don't mind which one I'm showing off. The other one is over here. Since I have checked, we are currently ahead of estimate by virtue of me turning all the difficulty settings down from what I was originally planning. Right, here's how you level up Master Form. Right. And once more, second chance off. So, hitting those things a whole bunch of times levels up Master Form. You then deliberately die. Oh no, how terrible. But what this means is, those little balls respawn all of their orbs, and you get to keep the Master Form levels. And we'll just do this a few more times to... Do I have any jackpots to speed this up? Should have checked this before. No. Jackpot! Right, that'll hopefully save us one loop. Please hit me. Can you hit me, please? I've come here with rather too much defense. Possibly because I've got all the defensive abilities equipped. If I had once more and second chance equipped as well, this would take another additional hit. Right, there we go. Jackpot has been very helpful there. Right, so now I have a very high jump on Master Form, a very high jump on Sora. And so here's the plan. I jump as Sora, then I jump as Master Form, then I jump as Sora, then I jump as Master Form. I do this by repeatedly switching in and out of between the two while I'm in midair. It's a little bit tricky. This allows me to fly all the way over a boss trigger. You can actually go an arbitrarily large distance up if you have enough drive gauge, and there are certain speedruns where you have to chain these back to back to back to back to back, right at the end of the speedrun. It's not a lies run. The quickest way to kill these enemies is to throw a magnet and just wait for them to wander into it. Magnet has got a very long range. Right. What I am going to do here is de-equip all the defensive abilities I have. So if I do mess this up, I can show it off. I can try a couple more times just to get the show off. Here we go. That was so close. Oh, okay, one more try. Yeah! And that's how you skip that boss. And that saves about 4 minutes. Because it saves fighting that boss, and fighting the next boss, and fighting another 2 mob fights. The only problem is, if the last check isn't here, if the last... it was completely pointless, because I still have to go back and do the fight. Oh no! After all that effort leveling up and stuff. Oh, okay. Fine. I'm validated to run for this. No regrets. Right, this is extremely early game boss. Oh. Despite that, I still messed up the timing. There we are. What? How am I messing it up so bad? Whatever. Okay. It's fine, it was not completely pointless. But it was completely pointless, but it didn't cost me too long. Right, so technically, the run is called All Blue Numbers, so technically we're done, and some runs will end here. However, you can't have a Shan Yu be the final boss, so I'm going to go and, given that we are still very underestimate, I'm going to go do the final bosses. I've got so much move speed. Right. Equip all these stuff again, which I took off earlier. Ethers are fine, but more importantly, only one Mega Elixir, only one Elixir. That's the problem. Oh well. I shouldn't be complaining about such things. Don't need those. This is the final menu, so I need to make sure I get everything. Right, that should be good. I have Magnego and Ferrovier. Okay, that's all good. Right. Time for all the weird strats you can do if you have extremely high movement speed. So, high enough glide lets you do that. Otherwise you have to sit through a cutscene of Sora cutting through all those buildings. Again, you still have to watch the final bit of this cutscene, but you can skip all the earlier sections by just gliding through them. Once again, I want to spam Magnet. The best way to spam Magnet is to summon Stitch and help him. So yeah, all you have to do here is use a big AoE spell and all the enemies just get knocked into the engine. The engine explodes, you need to get away from the exploding engine.
So it might not look like it at the moment, but this is the final boss fight. And just like any Final Fantasy game, the final boss has about 1 million phases. So we
even skip one.
Yeah, we skip one in the randomizer. It removes the horrible on-rails shooter section.
Yep. So that's either one stage or two stages, depending on how you count it. This is stage 2.
I would call it an auto-scroller, but I've died to that phase more than any other phase, so I don't know if I can call it that.
Oh, that's so annoying. If I had like one more strength, I would have been able to. Oh, here's another good thing Stitch does. He gets enemies to drop health orbs for you. That enemy became immune. Come on, there we go. Right, what I'm going to do is make a quick save state, because I have crashed directly here before. Okay, we're good. It is not a good time if you crash there. Right, this enemy uses all the attacks of the previous organization members.
All of which we definitely saw during this run.
Yeah. We saw Demix.
Yeah.
And we almost killed... And Roxas. We almost killed each other at the same time. I don't think he has Roxas because Roxas was not in the base game. And he's unchanged from the base game, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right, he's now immune. This phase has multiple phases. Right, when you hear him say nothingness, you glide slightly to the left to hit that one. He's going to now do an incredible super attack. Immediately after this finishes, you jump once and you avoid it. So that giant, that's his super attack going off, but it misses because you jumped. Right. He slices, he dices, he misses. Right, that's phase 2. Right, he's had nothingness again, so you start gliding forwards. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm in trouble. Where do I go, where do I go, where do I go, where do I go? That's so embarrassing. Oh, that's awful. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, we're still on critical mode, which means enemies still one-shot us. Well, technically two-shot us. Since I have a second chance on.
Luckily, we don't have to repeat all of the previous phases that we've already beat.
Well, we do have to beat the sub-phases of this phase, but they're basically trivial at this point. Oh dear, okay, here we go. Riku saved me. Thank you. See, it's fair. He one-shots us, we should one-shot him. Right, let's go for that one. That's safe. Let's be safe. Ooh! That could have gone very badly indeed. Again, one final laser phase, we skip. We then land, we throw an ether. Ooh, that's not... Thank you! Right, we get to go in with basically full health, basically full MP. That's very nice. And he opens up with an incredibly long cinematic attack, which we will reflect every single hit of. Here we go. Method is reflect, dodge, dodge, reflect, dodge, dodge, reflect, dodge, dodge. Second one is a single dodge. Second one is a single dodge. Then it's another double dodge. Then it's another single dodge. And then it's another single dodge. And then it's... There we go. And he's already in his second phase of this. Oh my goodness, we've done it. We've done the skip. Oh yeah, that is time. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Every phase skipped. Oh. So he has, at the start he has a minute-long attack, a minute-long cinematic attack. In the middle he's a minute-long cinematic attack, and at the end he's a minute-long cinematic attack. I skipped every single one. I'm so happy. Oh.
We did it.
Right, and that is the run. So I guess I will pass you back to our to Keegan, who I believe is still around for the closing thing. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting the special effect.
Sora, I can't.
Is Keegan awake? Do I need to take Keegan?
It's not over. It's just not.
Cognition, could you send a message?
I'll see if I can contact them.
How can you say that? Even if we could go on. Look where we are.
Aw, come on, Riku. You've been hanging out in darkness too long. You gotta try and think positive.
Sora? You lead.
Got it.
You know, I always figured I was better at stuff than you.
Really?
Are you mad?
No.
Maybe I should stop
Kinda always
streaming
thought you
given
were
that
better at
I'm done.
everything, too.
But
It's a very nice cutscene. Too bad we've skipped every other cutscene, so we have no idea what's going on.
What's that?
to be fair, even if we had watched every other cutscene, we'd have watched them out of order.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, it makes about as much sense as Kingdom Hearts regularly does anyway.
There's more Kingdom Hearts at some point soon, right?
The road.
It can make even less sense.
Yep.
Put me down. I can walk.
I'm just assuming that any of the tech team that are awake are enthralled by this cutscene.
Maybe the darkness has gotten to me, too. Riku!
This world is perfect for me.
Hang on.
If this is what the world really is,
The ending credits of Kingdom
just like
Hearts
this,
have copyrighted music playing.
then maybe I should fade back into darkness.
This is now this is now a speedrun to save the channel.
If the world
If we
is
get to
made
the
for
if we
only
get to the
darkness,
credits before the Keegan comes back,
will be the darkness.
then it's all over. Warwick Esports channel will be deleted.
Yeah. The other side. The realm of light is safe now.
Is this song one of the bad ones? Because I know some of them get flagged by copyright and some of them don't.
That's what I mean. Hey, Sora.
The only one I know for sure is the
Could you help me?
opening scene, the opening song
get
from
down to
Kingdom
the
Hearts
water.
1 does get flagged.
Yeah.
And that is because when GDQ ran it, they needed to have people constantly talking over it for the whole 2 minutes.
Hey, you know what we got to do then?
Oh. do you have a whole end credit movies worth of stuff to say?
Should we
About it?
talk about the lore of Kingdom Hearts?
No, because I don't know the lore of Kingdom Hearts.
What I said back there about thinking I was better at stuff than you. To tell you the truth, Sora, I was jealous of you.
What for?
I've just been pinged in the Kingdom Hearts server.
I wish
Actually,
I, could
I
live
should
life
not.
the way you do. Just following my heart.
Yeah, well, I've got my share of problems, too.
Okay, it's possible that the screen
Like what?
freezes when I'm tabbed out, so I will.
Like wanting to be like you.
I do want to check what I was being pinged about.
Well,
Fortunately,
There
they
is
have not
one
noticed that
you
I'm
should
running
be
this, and
me.
they have not come to say to judge
something
my
you could never
performance.
imitate.
Really? What's that?
Having you for a friend.
Then I guess I'm okay the way I am. I've got something you can never
no.
imitate, too.
We're getting real close to the music kicking.
What if we sung along? Is that more or less of a
God,
threat?
no.
Ping him again? I'm gonna ping him in the last Discord. Is it still running?
Sora? I think it's
Oh
for
no.
you.
Right, the moment it kicks in, I need to skip cutscene.
Yeah, I was thinking how you would sing along to this song because a lot of it is played in reverse, right?
And hope that our hearts will
Does this count as music? I think it does. Okay. I'm saving the stream from copyright. Right, what have we got? What's it going to tell me about? Is there anything else I can show off?
Do some data fights real quick.
I can do the really cheesy data fights. Wait, no, because I'd have to go to the end of the world, each world to unlock them. Healed party members at one time. How cruel I am. Important checks found 0%. That's broken. That's a thing. I've never looked at this battle report while playing Randomizer because why would you? Right, I guess you're hanging out with us for a while. I will save the game. I don't know what either of those saves are for. I guess I will load the game and I will just find something to show off. What's the cool fights? Cognition, can you go read Twitch chat in case they want to ask some questions? Right, let's do this fight. I've got horizontal slash, I've got... Right, this is the... Is this a fight you had the most trouble with? Cognition?
The fight I had the most trouble with is one of the data fights, and I can't remember their name.
I meant in base game.
Possibly. I think I died a lot more to random encounters than I did to a lot of the bosses. Like the random groups of dancers can be really brutal to go against.
Alright, let's just show off the DM skip for this. So while he's in this room, if you get him to low health, he has some horrible moves during which he is invincible. So what you need to do is you want to get to his low health while he's not in this phase. So you just... every time he reloads, you hit him a few times to knock him out to get him... Right, there we go. Right. Come on! Okay, we got there. And then you activate Berserk Charge using Cure. And you just absolutely wail on him.
Yeah, so Berserk Charge is when you don't have any mana, it stops you from doing finishes. So you just keep doing these basic attacks over and over. I don't think at any point in this run we talked about revenge values.
No. The one place where they really matter is the Roxas fight, and I really needed to concentrate on that.
Yeah, so like all of the enemies, or like all the bosses in this game have like a hidden counter, and doing attacks to them like increment the counter, and when it hits a threshold, they like immediately retaliate and beat you up. And different attacks increment it by different amounts. Finishes increment it by a lot, so you want to sort of avoid doing that.
And the other thing is that the state that the boss is in when they use their counter matters a lot into which counter they want to use. So against Roxas, so usually the strategy against most bosses is you hit them over and over again until they hit their revenge value, and you have your combo set up that you can easily counter their revenge attack, then immediately start attacking again so that they can't do any of their nasty moves. For Roxas, that means you want to knock him into the air with a finisher. He will use his aerial revenge attack, which you can then reflect then into another finisher, and the finishers will be timed perfectly to hit him the moment his iframes from the reflect leave. This is another one where you want him to hit his revenge value while he's on the ground, in order that he'll use his grounded-based one, which is the easiest to counter. The aerial one is horrible. Oof. Right, do I have a... Let's go for elixir, fine. I've not managed to get him into the loop. You can skip all of these card phases. Right, there we go.
This is a really gimmicky fight as well, where you're not trying to reduce his health bar. He has like a time bar that you're trying to reduce, and he plays like a bunch of mini games with you, which winning those reduces the time bar.
Ah! I want to do the loop. I don't want to kill him normally. I can kill him normally all I want. I just don't want... Just... Right, there you are. That I can count. Woohoo! There we are. That's the loop. And I have failed the loop. Right, okay. I've given up on the loop. I'll just kill him normally. Oh. That is so annoying. I was, Fine, I will kill him normally. I will not do the loop. I'll do the DM skip though, that's fun.
The first to run out of time is the loser.
Right, avoid the cards. Right. Easiest way to deal with this, to loop him here, is to do this. Just run away, right. And then once he's in this phase, you can use the explosion loop instead of the aerial combo loop, which is much more reliable. So you do that, he spins, and then you do it again. Wait for him to land, wait for him to spin, do it again. Wait for him to land, wait for him to spin, do it again. He's now low enough that I can combo him to death. So... Oh, okay, fine. Right, time for a really stupid DM skip then. So you should be able to skip that by using limit forms abilities, but oh. So you glide up that wall, and then you glide over here. He can climb that wall, he can't climb over it. A shame. Absolute shame.
A DM, because I don't think we talked about DMs either, is a lot of the bosses, when they get to like low health, they sort of use this like ultimate attack thing, and they're invincible while they're doing it, so you just gotta kind of wait it out before you can kill them. So there's a lot of strats for most of the bosses to try and skip that phase to save a lot of time.
Right, time to do the very, very stupid strat against. Where's my negative combo gone? There it is, sweet memories. This might be a little difficult because the Keyblade I've chosen here is incredibly short, so it might be difficult to do the loop.
Do you feel it? The moon's power. Moon, shine down.
Daigo moment. Okay. There we go. I'm trying not to laugh. Yeah, so this is what you do. Instead of... His revenge value is currently like 30. It's now 35. It's now 36. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry about that. Right. He can't break out of his combo as long as you continue hitting him as soon as he lands. You can do this over and over again. His revenge value will hit like 60 or something if you do it properly. And you can loop him at any level to kill him like that. Right, do I have Combo Master? No, I don't. I can't show a really cool Combo Master strat in the next fight. Have we received any information from the organisers about how things are going?
Nope.
What I suspect might be happening is because I came in quite a little bit underestimate, and because of this, the organiser has taken a break until, I don't know, 20 minutes before my estimate was due to finish.
Yeah, you got quite a lot of time to fill then.
Is the clock still going?
Yes.
So we can see...
Can you do all of the data fights under estimate?
What do I want? What do I can do the cool strat, because I've got Combo Master. Let's go... do I have Slapshot? I do have Slapshot. Right, here we go. So Combo Master means that you can continue combos even if you miss an attack. So the way you combo this guy is you use a reflect that deliberately misses, then Slapshot into another reflect. No, you use a reflect, and then you Slapshot, then he hits your first reflect, and then you reflect again. And you need Combo Master to do this because otherwise you cannot use Slapshot immediately after you reflect because the reflect hasn't been hit yet and therefore doesn't count as a part of a combo. Goodness me. Right. This is his first DM. It's unskipped. This one, I believe you technically can skip it. I'm not going to though. It's a giant hassle of using lots of limits and throwing lots of potions.
Also, this is the guy that we already killed, but because of the way the randomizer is set up, we're doing the first phase of this fight out of order.
I did the fight wrong. Right, come and get me, please. There we are, Slapshot. Oh my goodness. Okay, almost worked. This bit, you can. I want to show the fight. Come on. Do the cool thing. Okay, don't bother. Don't bother. Let's just do it. There we are. We got one. You got to see the loop at once, where you get 2 reflects in a combo, despite the first one technically missing. Right, he's now about to DM. He'll DM the next moment he gets. He will not get another moment. Right, what haven't I fought yet? I can try a... No, Grim Reaper 2 takes too long. What else can I do? I can yeet the bear. I can do the final Winnie the Pooh minigame. There's a category called Yeet the Bear %, where the only requirement is to do this. You of course need to pick up all the torn pages in order to do it. Have you got any questions in chat?
Nope.
Oh dear.
Can you do the Zaldin fight?
Yeah, sure, why not? I can show the extremely degenerate quick. It's not even a quick kill. It's just an easy kill. Ooh, can I get the high score? No, I can't. High score is 8,000. So I got the power, frame perfect, but not the angle, which really matters. Hey, big sword. Right, that's that. What haven't we done yet? That's a horrible fight, I don't want to do that. That's also horrible. That's also horrible. But I'm going to go through in turn. Grim Reaper may be the best of a bad bunch. What's next in Olympus? Oh, no, don't bother with that. Storm Rider, don't care. Zeldin, I can go do. Grim Reaper. I guess Grim Reaper has to be the most fun here. Do quick Cure, quick Berserker. Where are we going? Aldermotor. Quick quickest way to get to Isla de Muerto is instead of doing that fight, you immediately leave. Oh, yep, okay, Isla de Muerto. Now the current mission is to grab all of these medals. Thank you. It's this one. This one is very slow, since you need to wait for it to appear. Right, so the Grim Reaper 2, which we killed very easily a long time ago, is back, and this time has the Pirate's Curse from the Pirates of the Caribbean. So it can currently only be damaged by magic until we put all of the coins back in the box. So start with that magic. Go. Oof. Right. Oh my goodness, please, let me... Thank you. Oh my goodness, it keeps on ending up with one coin, that's so annoying. Right, guess I'll have to just throw an ether. Right, can I have this coin? Thank you. Right, that's the first phase done. Then get that. Oh, messed up. Just need to get close, and there we are. It should be enough. Yeah, it's enough. Right, phase 2. While it's still in midair, it is still targetable, so you can thunder it twice to get all of these coins before it lands. 2 seconds. There we go. It's now vulnerable. Oh, Donald's come back to life. Please stand over here, Donald. Thank you. This place is safe. Right, you switch to Master Form. Master Form has multiple thunders per thunder. This allows you to get all of that damage done. To pick up all the coins. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Oh well. You're meant to be able to do that all in one go. Where has he gone? He's up in the air somewhere. Almost managed to kill him with that Master Form. There's something I never remembered to talk about. If you end a fight in a form, and you get kicked out of that form at the end of the fight, you regain all of your form gauge back. This is meant to be like a fairness thing, to make sure that you don't enter a form and then immediately get kicked out of it, but we just abuse it because we can. Right, where's the next most interesting place for me to go? I don't know. I don't have good enough stats to beat a lot of things. Right, let's do the most horribly long fights in the game that actually has some interesting stats to do with them. Everyone hates coming here because it takes like several minutes. If you don't, particularly if you don't have the right tools. But I do have the right tools. I have every tool. Can you please ping again? Oh wait, you're not on the right channel, are you? I'll ping again after this fight. Right, this is how you do it.
I have received a response from Keegan that confirms he is alive, but also that he is AFK.
I see.
So you're probably going to have to pad for a bit longer.
That's fine. This is a horrible fight. It has a DM skip. No one can do the DM skip. It's horrible. Right, there we are. Basically, the only way you can do damage in this fight is these are massive hitboxes. You just need to use reflect over and over again. Oh my goodness, I did the DM skip. I've never done the DM skip before. Well, to be fair, I did come here with like so much magic. That's really high. I'm really happy with that. So his DM like lasts like a minute. It's awful. Right.
This is what all the extra time is for, so that you can get your "that's never happened before" moment.
Right. What should I actually be showing off? This isn't a fun thing to show off. It's a really long walk to a not very fun fight. The hardest part of this section is just remembering what the story triggers are, which is going into this room and talking to Rafiki for some reason. Then you need to go left, and then there's two places that you could go. I can't remember. It's this way first, and then later you come back here and you've got to go in the opposite direction. That's why it's really hard to remember.
And the final fight in Tidelands is very awful. They ran out of Lion King story, I guess, because you kill Scar and then there's nothing left. So they made like an original boss that involves platforming, which is very not fun in this game.
Those enemies run away from you. But that enemy. There used to be multiple. There's only one now. Thanks, Rando. So what you do is you magnet them and then you use that super OP aerial ability. Lion Saw is so good in a lot of ways and so bad in so many other ways. Like you can run around and use magic, that's pretty pog. Particularly Reflect, you can just have this giant hitbox where if the enemies hit it, you absolutely vaporize them. That's great. Your lack of ground combos is a bit of a problem. But your air combo is pretty good since you can just spam that weird spinny move. It's how we beat the first fight when we came here so long ago. 2 hours ago probably. Right now after a very, very long walk, it's time to re-equip Berserk Charge. Where is it? There, I've already got Berserk Charge on. I had Aerial Spiral this whole time. There's a nice Aerial Spiral strat I could have shown off. I can still show off the Aerial Spiral strat, I know where to do it. Right, this is a giant cinematic attack that you have to sit through at the start of every fight with this enemy.
This fight is a good reminder as to why Kingdom Hearts 1 is a bad game, because every fight is like this, where you have to platform, and it's very clunky and horrible.
Right, Berserk and the aerial spinny attack does this. It's pretty good. I don't know how to do that fight other than this way. Right, this is its DM. You stand in the center. You wait till it's spawn, and then you do this. Hooray! Right, now I've got Aerial Spiral, I can show off another stupid Sark's kill, because Data Sark's is around here. I can go do that. It's the same basic strategy of just hitting them over and over and over and over and over again, building his revenge value up and up and up and up and up, but never giving a single opportunity to counterattack, because there's various tiers of how important attacks are, and counterattacks are, it turns out, not the highest tier. The highest tier is Peter Pan. This is a super boss, allegedly.
Do you feel it? The moon's power.
what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show off this final super boss, and then I think it'll be time to finish up. I mean, you get the idea from this fight. This is how you kill him. His revenge value probably around 30 now. By the end of this fight, it will be around 200. And 10 is what you need for him to counter. So if he ever broke out, he would counter 4 or 5 times back to back to back. It's pretty nasty.
And this is the fun you get to experience if you ever do post-game content in Kingdom Hearts 2. It's bosses with 15 health bars.
I once did this at level 1. It was horrible. Right, we're almost done. Interesting fact, if you kill this Syx before the one in World That Never Was, you get the item from the one in the World That Never Was. Right. I think that is the last thing I'll be able to show off. Huh? So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much
for that
for
run.
supporting Special Effect.
Oh wow! While I was away, it seems that we've
Continue
reached our
gliding around
goal.
here until
we now have
I have
539
confirmation
pounds
that I'm off
to
stream.
charity.
Whee!
I should probably be reading out these donations. Okay, I will read these out now. So, firstly, we have a. Oh, actually, I see the donation. We have a £69 donation, very, very generous, from JAI _ saying Poggers. Thank you very much for that. And now we've hit our target of £512. In fact, we've gone past it, and we're now at £539 69. So thank you very much for that. Okay, we're now going to move to a short break, and then we'll be switching over things to a bonus run by Muffin. So this was something we were going to originally include in the schedule, but we did not think we had time to. But with how things have ended up going, we thought, you know what? Why not do the run anyways? And then we will also finish up the one run that we were not able to do during today, and we will have fully finished everything after that. So everything should end at around midnight tonight. Well, just a little bit past that, I think. But thank you very much. Anything you want to say before we end it up?
Nope, I've pretty much covered everything in the last half hour.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Okay, I'll switch it over now. Thanks very much.